Johnny, wake up, Johnny!
Kad dzirdēs, ka viņš uznāk skatos mums uzreiz visiem, tas ir tikai jā.
Man būs divi, lai es atsotu pirmo un atveru to.
Updates nākušajai reizei, ja jūs taisat tik daudz prezentācijas, tad kādam jābūt ir atbildīgam, kurš mums viss saliek kopā vienā vietā.
Ester jau to darīja, Jānis nepamanīja, ka bija request.
Ai, Jāni.
Sorry.
Robs ir vēl?
Jo mēs savā ziņā pazaudējām laiku.
Vēl viens ātrais komentārs. Tev pitch paliek vien labāk, bet jā, var mierīgi vēl enerģiskāk un brīvāk. Tev iepriekš vairāk tā kā valoda tev iestrēg, bet nu jau tev paliek vien brīvāk un brīvāk. Un tagad tu runā tā kā vairāk no tā, ko tu tā kā zini no iekšējiem resursiem, tā iziet tā smūda. Tagad tu centies kaut kādu ierakstīt to skriptu, tev sanāk tā kā narratoram bišķiņ tā kā izklausīt.
Otrā domās. Otrā augšā.
Jūs runājat improvizāciju.
Jo tad vajag brīdī. Ok, sākam.
Tas, kā es gribu iedot heads up, man būs daudz ko stāstīt. Tas diezgan raiti stāstīt, bet es centīšos īsi salikt pašu kopā.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Okay, thank you everybody for attending. My name is Jānis, and let me tell you about PH Solutions.
Jāni, mikrofonu arī. Vai uzliec kaklā?
Un bār.
Kāds zinu to jau.
Okay, so our unique selling point is a individually tailored self-development plan for every individual. Do not confuse us with paying exploiters. We are problem solvers for general benefit for society while providing technological advancement. Our mission is to improve overall well-being globally and reduce suicide and depression rates, and whilst creating a growth environment for global citizens. And we plan on doing that with a software solution, getting certifications from coaches that do self-development improvement, and parallelly creating information hub for self-development learning materials as well. Current status is angel status, but we entertain and execute multiple business ventures. So if any sounds interesting, please let me know. Okay, sorry, it was both prezentācija. All right, let's talk about basics of economics. Today I'm going to talk about two theory parts, two projects, results, and conclusions, starting with our course deliverables that will be about SWOT, PESTEL, and Business Canva and why they're important for us as entrepreneurs. Both projects will follow this path of research, execution, analysis, and the second part is going to be about can inflation influence financial markets? But first things first, our deliverables. If I can summarize them in two words, they are strategic plans, and there are a lot of them. I took a really good Coursera that helped me to understand that Business Canva, SWOTs, and PESTELs and other metrics, strategic plans help avoid or at least identify risks for businesses, helps to clarify can even these things, opportunities be used, executed, should they be used, and in which order they should be used. As well as any leader, when suggestion to making a change will face resistance, but strategic planning like our deliverables helps to frame the purpose of the project more vividly. As mentioned in the project, the backbone was Coursera. I completed everything in protocol and did my deliverables. The protocol, the Coursera, really good one, suggested my deliverables. And moving on to special KPI, which is the other theory, is going to be about monetary economy and can inflation influence financial markets. So quickly, how does inflation relate to monetary economy? If inflation increases, Federal Reserve, European central banks raise interest rates to slow down the speed, the amount of loans taken out. This makes loans more expensive. And what does loans have to do with financial markets. Global economy stability is partially based on debt, as we can see that the global debt is always increasing. And this is a currency devaluation which we learned by Ray Dalio. And if I buy something for $10 just by this currency devaluation, larger amounts of liquidity into the market, the same asset can cost nominally more even though nothing changes to the asset. So, summarizing, if the same loan, just the interest rate, the interest payment increases, the demand probably is going to slow down for it. So if that makes sense, does that really make anything to the financial markets? Yes, it is. As maybe some of you remember on Tuesday checkout, I told you that there was a CPI reading. It's about inflation. I've used this 2 years ago. I did it 2 days ago. This is the market before the reading. You have to look on the very right side. This is the inflation reading. And one thing you have to understand that markets price in what is expected. They base off predictions on forecasts. But sometimes the actual data deviates from what is expected. And this time the inflation was higher than the market participants expected. So the market dropped, and I actually traded it and made my lunch money for that day in 13 minutes. So conclusions, it's really important to ask the why is this course relevant for me as an entrepreneur, and that there are always opportunities and not the FOMO. Next step is going to be utilizing strategic planning for any next business venture I take upon and just be more accurate. And I'm going to leave you with this.
Thank you, Jānis. Very great on the presentation itself about basics of economics. I like the way you formed everything and structured. About the pitch itself, again, I didn't really catch what you're selling there. I understood that it's kind of like a personal development planner, but is it an app or a person or something? So I was lost a little bit with the pitch idea. So try to really improve on what like the selling points, so the people who listen to your pitch kind of understand and they say, here's my money.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tried to grab the attention. That's why there was the contact form afterwards to speak privately more details if any of that was interesting.
And I did really also like your additional project on explaining the inflation on and showcasing like an example on how you understood it and where you took benefit of actually reading the economic data. So
yeah,
that
I
was
hope
fun.
that it kind of made sense. The project, well, the course is basic of economics. I try to explain it in basic terms. So yeah, if somebody at least understood or it did make sense, then great. That was my objective.
Regarding the idea, how much time do you say you invested in actually developing the idea and doing the pestle and SWOT analysis for it?
The practical, let's say, business idea generation, SWOT, pestle, business Canva, didn't take a lot of time. What did take a lot of time was Coursera. And as I mentioned in the conclusions, I tried to really embrace the why this course is going to be important to me as an entrepreneur. So the biggest value I found from actually that Coursera, where I learned leadership, I learned about risk management and business management, about the strategic plans that covered not only business Canvas, SWOT, and pestle, but a lot of alike, and also financial metrics. So yeah, that took like the largest part of this project.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Did your additional topic help somehow to create your pestle analysis or SWOT analysis? Or it was after that?
Oh, that's an interesting and good question. It didn't help because what I explained with the financial markets, it's super short-term speculative, let's say, rope you can pull sometimes, and depending on the reading you can execute it, but it's too small of a factor to be considered in like business development or scaling or things like that.
Okay, and like philosophic question, you mentioned that you should avoid risk can you avoid the risk at all?
You can't always avoid risk. There were 4 stages. You mitigate, you accept, you delegate, or avoid risk. But yeah, it's more about at least identifying the places where the risk can arise from. And these SWOT, PESTEL, and business canvas can actually help to flip the mindset on how to, let's say, elaborate on just simply a new idea. If you can already start with just idea generation and then do it in these 3 forms, the way how you then preach your idea will probably make more sense.
Okay, and yeah, the last thing that as well Elvis mentioned, that I saw that you are selling the Dalai Lama probably because I didn't catch what is your idea during this speech, but okay,
Yeah.
you already explained it.
Quick comment? Anyone? Yeah.
Yeah, quickly as you told it. Yeah, the main reason was that for me, Elvis knows, I didn't want to focus on business idea generation. It was about understanding. So it's, you know, valuable to me as an entrepreneur. Let's go.
I'd love to quote something that we've heard a lot in the second course: more passion, more energy, more energy.
No, I was
Yeah,
scared.
again, same as with Robert. Bring in some more energy, bro. You're just talking there like you don't. It sounds like you don't give a crap. Like seriously, just why? Why should I listen?
I was anxious. Like there was this made like, wow, I'm gonna bring so much value. I'm gonna explain like how these CPI and ratings that happen every month, you can actually bet on the market and just fucking print money, you know, and things like that with the project. And yeah, I don't know. It was first time presenting here, so yeah.
Thank you.
More passion, more stress.
More drugs.